Good evening, everybody. This is Dawn from Glory Grace Farm. The dogs are saying hello too. I have been busy today. I got my ring, which is not really a circle. It is what it is. It's very old, but I had never used it, so I pulled it out the other day and had it put on the ground. And finally today, I got it filled with my dirt that I've been saving from my deep litter method and my chicken coop. And then in the holes, as I dug the holes out and got ready to put the plants in, I used potting soil that I still had, and I wet it really good and made a foundation for each plant. This one is a Husky Cherry Red. This one, the largest of all of them, is Roma Tomatoes. And this one is Red Beefsteak. And I'm hoping it'll turn out really well. And there's my little kitty cat photobombing again. I have a mess to clean up tomorrow. And a lot more work to do because all of this around me is going to be covered in cardboard, and the rest of the wonderful dirt from my deep litter method over the last couple of years is going to cover the cardboard, and then that beautiful pile of wood chips mulch is going to cover all of it. So all this grass is going to be gone, yay. And I still have, I got lucky because I had my little volunteer cantaloupes come up in this little bit of dirt that I had already put down. I bought, did not go very far. I bought like 10 bags, I think. Yeah, didn't go very far. So I'm going to add to that, cover this whole area, make it look really nice. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more plants, but if not, we'll grow what we've got and it'll be ready for next year or for winter crop. Over here under the tree, you can see where we set up yesterday our beautiful canopy that we bought, sunscreen, whatever you want to call it. A few years ago we went camping. The tent was destroyed by a storm that hit, but thankfully it did not tear down our little screen house. So I'm setting it up, and I've got a little table inside and everything, and we're going to set it up for selling eggs and little odd and end yard sale items. It's going to be probably dark. My light will kick on. I've set it up really cute though. I have my table that I refinished. Got tarp on it. We've been working on tarps today. This was a white table, a white card table that the top totally got destroyed. It had been outside in the elements for a while, and then it was in the chicken coop for the while for the brooder to sit on top of. It totally got obliterated. So I took off the icky board thing that it's made out of, and I cut a piece of about 3/4 inch particle board that I had, and then I covered it with a little bit of a thing to cushion it. It's actually one of those little $3 blankets you can get from like the grocery store or Walmart, the little flannel fleece blankets. I've got that underneath this really pretty sunflower material. And then back on the wall, I've made me a pretty backdrop with a shower curtain that I had that I was not using in the shower because my sons didn't want it in theirs, and I had gotten it for a utility room curtain, but it's really pretty. I'll show it tomorrow in the light. But I liked it because it matched my sunflower table that I painted with some Rust-Oleum paint. Made it look a lot better. Looks like brand new. Okay, now we'll go out here at the chicken coop. My mom and I had put up a huge tarp. We had tried to make a sewing room for her in the garage a couple of years ago, and she wasn't very comfortable out there. Whatever, you know, it was fine. It didn't really work well because we tried to make a divider with a tarp for a wall and the ceiling cover, and with cats sneaking in and birds getting in, it had already started falling down. The wind got through, it would blow through and tear it loose. So she said I could go ahead and tear that down and use it for whatever I needed it for. And today it was just really bad. The sun was bright. It was beautiful, but the chickens had like no shade whatsoever except for a little bit on the far side of their trampoline ring. You know, and they were panting and trying to get away from the sun, and so I decided to go ahead and tear it down today. And we put some new grommets on it. I patched some holes with some of the T-Rex tape because it's as strong as a T-Rex. And my mom and I, we stretched it out over the top. And so now they have got a really good shaded area that should cover all day long. This huge tree right here provides really good shade in the morning because the sun comes up over that side. And so it provides, like I said, really good shade, but then you get, you know, noontime and there's nothing. So it gets really hot on the poor little feathered friends of ours. So we want to make them happy so they will continue to lay beautiful eggs. Hi, ladies. Look at the pretty ladies. Oh, they were so happy today. Those stepping stones over there on the far side, I flipped those over and there were worms galore underneath them, and they were so happy. So we'll have to remember to do that every couple of days. And the logs too, we flipped them over and they were yummy deliciousness under them. Okay, now this is what I tried to make a video of yesterday and I could not get it to work. It kept acting up when I tried to upload it, so I just decided I would start over. This is the addition that we have built. It's T-posts. This one's a short one because they didn't have any more long ones when I went back to get the one that I needed. So it's tied to the trampoline ring. This is their little houses for now. And then it's the chicken wire because I couldn't afford to get hardware cloth as badly as I wanted to get hardware cloth. It just wasn't a possibility at this time. So chicken wire will do. And then they'll be in their boxes at night. This, I needed a little sunscreen today because, like I said, it was terrible. And they were trying, all of them were getting in different places where there was shade. So I cut a feed bag. This is a wonderful thing to do. I told my mom I'm actually going to get all the ones that I've got and sew them together. You know, people make bags out of them. So that's one thing I've been saving them for, was making shopping bags. But I think I'm just going to sew them together like a quilt. And that way, if I need a tarp over something, I'll have how many bags I've sewn together. There's the duckies. And they have got names because we are about positive they're a boy and a girl. And it is Stoic and Valka from that wonderful movie that everybody loves. That's about dragons. It's my sons and I. It's one of our favorite movies and TV series on Netflix. And it's really cute family stuff. And we wanted to honor Stoic and name our Drake after him and his wife, Valka. Okay, moving forward. This right here is a toddler bed mattress frame base, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't have the headboard and footboard anymore, but I saved the rack because, you know, you never know. I almost made the door out of it, and my son was like, no, Mom, it doesn't look good. Let's not make the door out of it. So once again, I implemented the feed bag, and I zip tied it to this, and I just prop it up against the wall, and they thought it was the neatest thing. They immediately went to it and started investigating. They're roosting down on the bottom rack and just getting in here behind it because it was just nice and cool. Got my chair in there so I can go visit. I moved the little chick house that I had in with the big girls over here so they could all play and climb on it and everything. Of course, we just continue around with the T-posts. And to hold my bird eating up, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was like, how am I going to do this? Well, I figured it out. I still had PVC that I never had used for a hoop house or anything because we didn't do that. And I thought, why can't I do a hoop house with my T-posts and just really long pieces of PVC? So that's what we did. My mom and I got out here, we shoved them together, and we started zip tying them to the posts. And they're in the ground deep enough that they're holding. And They just arch over, meet another piece of PVC, and then arch down into the ring here. And then they go from this side over to this side, over there. And they're just strapped in. That one is actually the little extra, let's see, no, that's the cross post. This is a little extra one here. I wanted to raise it back up. We had been trying to put different things, including that. That is the trampoline itself, the bouncy part. It is way too heavy for bird netting. Plus the little rings around the sides. As soon as you try to start dragging it across the bird netting, they just hang on for dear life. So we had it up there, and then the wind caught it before I could get it strapped down and blew it back off again. And I was like, no, we're not doing that again. So after it loosened up my bird netting, I found another piece of PVC, and I've got it tacked to this T-post to prop this back up again. And then today, since we moved the big tarp that my mom let me take out of her room, we've got the smaller tarp that was over the other girls, trying to give them a little bit of relief from the sun over here, because once again, this side still gets shaded by the big pine tree, and then it actually gets some shade from this Japanese dogwood. Japanese, Chinese, one of them. It's a beautiful dogwood tree. Oh, it started blooming. It's a late bloomer compared to other dogwoods. Let's see, we'll go this way. I've got this support post here is what is holding the netting up so that I can open the door, because it was getting droopy and my door was catching. Hi, kitty. She wants to say hello. Evie. Evie. Look at her little pregnant belly. She's so cute. Hi, Evie, baby. She's adorable. Okay, I think she wants to go on with the chickens, but we haven't tried that yet. This is my door. Oh my gosh, y'all. I was not sure at all how I was going to build a door. I'm not a carpenter. I haven't played one on TV. Just to get me. Anyway, I didn't know what I was going to do. I did know about the little triangle pieces in the frame to support it. But beyond that, how to build a door, didn't have an idea. So I Googled it. Went to YouTube. That's what you're supposed to do when you don't know how to do something. Well, they all required tools that I didn't have. A router, and then to use the little divots to put the pieces together. I didn't have that. Didn't know how to do that. Couldn't afford to go buy one. So I had these boards. This is free wood that I got at a big box store. And it is actually on the other side. It has a divot, a ridge in the middle of it. Or a ditch, I should say, in the middle of it. And it's what the straps hold down lumber or whatever on the pallets. And these are the boards that support that to keep from squishing or damaging whatever is on the pallet. So the Lord helped me big time and told me, you know, gave me the idea to cut out the wedge here so that I could fit this board into this board and then screw it in and support it. So we did that top, middle, and bottom. Top, middle, and bottom. Hi, Chick Chick. And I bought these big silver brackets here. See my chicken shoes? They're so cute. And they were, I knew they were to support something, or they fit 2x4s. So I bought those, but they're not really as sucked down strong when you screw them down as I thought they would be. So I don't think that's exactly what they're for, but they help support it, so that's okay. I'm not the best at doing toenailing, so I don't know if you can see that up there. I buy brackets. I buy L brackets and corner brackets and things like that when I have to put something together. So that's how I did the frame itself. Then I have a latch here and a latch on the bottom so that I can really secure it at night. I know, it's bedtime, isn't it? It's getting dark. But it's really working out great. I'm so very pleased with it. It's strapped to the frame here, and then it's strapped to the T-post on this side, and that will, you know, keep the door steady and everything. It doesn't move that much, and I'm so thankful. So it looks like my girls have actually tucked themselves in. Normally they wait till like dark 30 but they're getting better, so they're ready for me to close the gate. So I've got to tuck in my littles here. I brought another dog crate in so that we can leave them in. Oh, I almost forgot. The reason I'm keeping the littles on this side from now on, this morning when I came out and let everybody through, put the littles through because they slept in the big girls' coop last night like they always have. But I let them through, they were playing, and then all of a sudden I noticed one, it's actually the smallest, she's like a little runt of the black ones that I believe are barred rocks. She had been picked on at some time in the morning, and her vent was actually torn, and around the vent was damaged. Thankfully, I have some other stuff. The little blonde one, she was injured when we bought her, and we bought this cream looking stuff that's kind of gray colored that dries like a tar almost and covers the blood spots so that they don't get picked on. It's called No More Pick, I believe. And I tried that at first, but it didn't successfully stop the bleeding. I brought her back out. I watched her for a few minutes and realized she was just running. And nobody had noticed and everything, and then all of a sudden one noticed that she was bleeding again. So I grabbed her up as quick as I could, got her back in, and I had purchased, when I first started getting chickens, I purchased some blood stop powder. Put the blood stop powder on her, and so far so good, but we are keeping her inside for a couple of days to let her heal up some before I bring her back out, because she gets the least little bit excited and it starts to bleed again. So I'm not even going to risk it. All the littles are going to sleep over here. The big girls are going to stay over there. The ducks are over here. They're behaving well today. They did not hardly pick on them at all today. So it's been a beautiful day. I am wore out. I still have so much to do. I told Mom earlier, I was like, I feel like I'm getting accomplished at the things that we're working on and getting the run done and the coop done, and then doing the extension and everything for all the new ones that we decided to get. And I'm like, yay, I'm finally getting stuff done. But then I look around and I'm like, oh my gosh, all of this other stuff that I have to do, including the plants for the garden, trying to finish the rest of the garden, hoping to get more plants. But hey, I'm living, I'm happy, I'm out in the sunshine, I'm hearing the birds sing. God is good, and I am blessed. So I want you all to know that you are loved and you are blessed. Take care. Oh my. I guess she wanted to let everybody know, have a good night. Anyway, have a good night. I'll try to make another video tomorrow of the things that we're going to get set up in the little shade tent and my little egg display. See how I can get it all set up. And you guys have a great night. God bless. This is Dawn from Glory Grace Farm. The very beginning of it. Waiting to see what God does. Bye.